hate yogurt. Not only is it basically a bunch of bacteria mixed together, there are too many kinds. There's Greek yogurt, soy yogurt, strained yogurt, and about 100 others. But the real reason I hate yogurt is because in 2008, Yoplait Yogurt advocated a program called Save Lids to Save Lives, in which every time a consumer would mail back the limited edition pink lids, Yoplait would donate 10 cents to a breast cancer organization. But what troubled me is what's underneath the lid, the yogurt itself. Yoplait yogurt is made with milk from cows that have been injected with a synthetic hormone called RBGH. There are several health concerns surrounding the use of RBGH, and breast cancer is one of them. Dr. Corey Wren, sociologist in 2016, explained the program as selling cancer to beat cancer. She also went on to say if Yoplait's goal really is to save lives, then they might consider changing out some of its animal ingredients, which raises the question, why would Yoplait sell a product that creates breast cancer to fight breast cancer? To put it simply, the 10 cents that were donated per lid is a Band-Aid solution for the gaping bullet wound problem that is breast cancer. This is a typical example of how we seek Band-Aid solutions for bullet wound problems. And just that is my concern, how easily we seek these makeshift solutions for horrific circumstances. So today, we're going to examine some problems that are given Band-Aid solutions. Next, we're going to look into why we seek said Band-Aids, before finally we come up with some solutions. Now, don't take me the wrong way here. This is not the first time engraving affairs have been given such effortless panaceas. Take, for example, school shootings. Our previous president, Donald Trump, and state legislators came up with a simple solution: arming teachers. Seems legit, right? Well, Trump's Band-Aid doesn't really address easy access to firearms and lack of mental health resources that bring someone to want to harm others. But President Trump isn't the only one that supports having guns in schools. Betsy DeVos, the previous Secretary of Education in 2018, suggested that teachers may need to be armed in case of grizzly bears ransacking the school. Guns do stop grizzly bears. But do you know what else does? Doors. Allowing guns in our schools is a Band-Aid sense of security to the epidemic of school shootings. However, a more permanent solution comes from evidence provided by Grant Dew, criminologist in 2018. He said that 59% of the mass shootings in the United States from the year 1900 have been done by an individual with a mental disorder. So, what if we started providing adequate access to mental health services in our schools? According to mentalhealth.gov, school-based mental health programs promote the healthy social and emotional development of all children and youth. Along with that, it allows teachers, counselors, and school staff in general to identify how to effectively intervene early when there are problems. However, we cannot place all the blame on lack of mental health resources in our schools. Being in America, it is far too easy for individuals that should not get guns to get guns. Because of the underlying problems we have with firearms, we should advocate on the federal and state levels to implement the red flag law, like Florida did. This would allow restrictions on potentially dangerous people from purchasing, possessing, and using weapons without compromising constitutional rights. Yet, creating ineffective solutions for crisis is not our only problem. Denying that these issues even exist is a route that gets traveled on way too often. Senator James Inhofe is chairman of Senate Committee on Environment and Public Works. In 2015, he compared the Environmental Protection Agency to the Gestapo and brought a snowball onto the Senate floor to disprove global warming. In the words of the senator himself, man-made global warming is the greatest hoax ever perpetrated on American people. In this instance, he does not necessarily give the solution a makeshift fix. Instead, he throws the whole idea away by stating it is a bluff. But 2020 is my most significant example of global warming. The year started with the Australian wildfires. A group of international scientists noted that human-caused warming increased the chances by at least 30% for the extreme fire weather. And if that wasn't enough, then came Hurricane Laura. As of right now, Laura is tied as the 5th strongest hurricane on record to make landfall in the continental United States. And it is not a fluke. The National Center for Atmospheric Research came out with a study that concluded since 1975, there has been a global increase in category 4 to 5 hurricanes of 25 to 30%. Still a hoax, Senator James. As I stated earlier, the band-aid in this situation is ignorance. Because a real resolution is not to burn cleaner coal or to even shut off your lights. Instead, it is to elect individuals who will do the necessary climate change before the Earth goes over its tipping point. Now that we've discussed some of society's biggest problems and their band-aids, we're going to look into why we seek makes of solutions. According to Ozafali, writer for The Medium, in March of 2016, we want to make quick decisions, and because of this, we tend to dumb down an issue or oversimplify it. I'll continue to say later in the article that when we give these problems makeshift resolutions, they don't get solved. Robert Carnes, who also writes for The Medium in October of 2018, explains that doing something to fix an issue is hard. Too many people elect for the easy route, and not nearly enough people are willing to commit the time and resources to follow through with the hard one. Because of these reasons, among many others, we offer band-aid solutions for bullet wound problems, which ultimately leads to the belittling of the issue. Now, I'm going to give you some steps that you can take in order to stop offering band-aid solutions. Number 1, think prevention instead of cure. Dr. Corey Wren backs up this claim. Cure research is an extremely profitable enterprise, and for the amount of resources it entails, offers very few beneficial results. In some states, the cure for school shootings is to give teachers guns, as advocated by Betsy DeVos. But this only attacks the means, not the cause. When we properly identify the problem along with its roots, we can specifically develop a resolution and ultimately avoid the product. Number 2, we need to listen to science. Although this seems like common sense, especially in this day and age, it seems like something that should be addressed. With all the spread of false information, people favor false narratives. According to Antonio Lopez, expert in the media, in March 2019, these debates oversimplify the larger problem of fake news. Creates a false dichotomy between fake and real, or true and false, that disregards legitimate critiques of established news organizations. Which brings me to my third point. Use your voice. Whether it be around the dinner table, during classroom discussions, or even on your election ballot. Engage the conversation, learn, and take action. Campaign for candidates that are not afraid to implement change. So individuals like Senator Inhofe are voted out of office, or more restrictions are placed on citizens to obtain firearms, and climate change can be effectively fought. Offering band-aid solutions only minimizes these problems and the people they affect. We have to have the hard conversations so that you and I can attend school safely without the fear of having an encounter with firearms. We need to speak up and take legitimate action to remove false information. So, the next time you find yourself stuck between which kind of yogurt to buy, don't just hop on the bandwagon and participate in a band-aid solution. Remember, you owe it to yourself and others to accurately address problems. Just do it in a way that genuinely solves, not simplicates. Thank you.